OYTPC, Joshua Stewart, Pipe Up North. Well, I think I've got myself committed for Paldin Piper's Codger Challenge. That was Codger Challenge last year, was what prompted me to make my very first video. So I think this might end up being an annual thing. I'm sure anybody that's subscribed to me is subscribed to Paldin, but if you haven't, go check them out. Maybe enter yourself and make a video. Now, the rules were we have to make our own blend and smoke it exclusively for 30 days, or for the whole month of April. Yeah, April's got 30 days, so yep. And then use only 4 pipes, and you have to use each of the 4 pipes at least once. So now, as far as the blend goes, my first thought was, you can make any blend you want. I mean, there isn't really much restriction other than there's got to be, you know, at least 2 available components, so you have to make it yourself. And I've got quite a bit of the Sutliff creme brulee on hand, so I was thinking, I can figure out a way to use that up. And I haven't actually smoked too much of it in quite a while, so I started out, I think it was the day that he kind of announced the rules of the contest. But I was figuring at first I'd maybe make a blend that's probably at least 50%, maybe like 75 or 80% of the creme brulee, just so I can kind of use it up a little bit. But despite what all the tobacco reviews say, and they all say that there's no bite on it, but it sure bites me. So I decided that it's going to have to kind of go the other way around. I still wanted to use it, but I think the blend that I'm settled on right now that I'm going to make is going to have, I haven't fine-tuned the proportions yet, but about 1/4 creme brulee. Then the main component of it is going to be Prince Albert, which is going to be about 50%. And even when I was doing like the 2 parts Prince Albert and one part of the creme brulee, it was still biting me just a little bit more, especially if it's something that's going to be the only thing I'm going to be smoking for a month. I don't want anything or something that'll bite at all. So added some Captain Black Dark. So where I'm at right now, I might still tweak it over the next couple of days, but it's 50% Prince Albert, 25% Captain Black Dark, and 25% creme brulee. I did try using some dark fired in there, but I don't know that I'd want to smoke that exclusively for a month. And even this, I might tweak it a little bit, just to, because it still wants to bite me just a little bit. See, if it's the only thing I'm going to have for a month, I don't want any bite. So I don't know, might still tweak it, but right now that's where it's at. I'm probably not going to make my final determination until the 31st on exactly proportions, but I'll give an update when I do the first video. And that's actually what I'm smoking here right now. I've been just making some little samples, just a pinch of this for each part, I guess. And that's enough for a couple of bowls in there. But Captain Black Dark has definitely given us some smoke with it. That creme brulee, when I'm smoking just that, I love the taste of it, but it must be something with my body chemistry in that blend that it bites me something fierce, even with a filter. So that's my blend, and then you got to name the blend. Now, after I determined that I was going to be using Prince Albert as the kind of the major component, because I mean, it's a Codger challenge, you should really use a Codger blend for the major component, even though you don't have to. It just kind of aligns with the spirit of the challenge. So I did a little research on Prince Albert himself, which he ended up becoming, was it King Edward VII? Something like that, which I don't know. That may be where King Edward cigars come from. I'm not sure. But that's kind of beside the point for this. But anyway, before he was King Edward, he was Prince Albert. And I believe it was his childhood nickname. It might have stuck all through his life, but this was well over 100 years ago. But his childhood nickname was Bertie. Bertie. Like Ernie and Bert. Bertie. So I thought, maybe I can incorporate that into the name of this blend. So kind of tried a few names in my head, and finally what I settled on is Bertie's Bliss. So like I say, we're 50% Prince Albert, 25% Captain Black Dark, and 25% Sutliff Creme Brulee. And I may tweak that a little bit yet over the weekend. I've been smoking it quite a bit just to kind of fine tune the proportions to something I like, and I may up the Prince Albert proportion just a little bit. Might end up with like a 60% Prince Albert, 20% Creme Brulee, and 20% Captain Black Dark. But we're getting pretty close, I think. So, and my pipes. One of them will be this one. This is the very first corncob pipe that I bought. I can always tell this one, even though I don't really have it marked any other way. Right after I bought it, it kind of started cracking right there. And it hasn't gotten any worse. I mean, this all happened like in the first month I had it. It hasn't gotten any worse. So. But that's going to be one of my pipes. The other pipe is going to be my K Woody High Bowl, the square bowl. This is one that I've kind of reserved for more vanilla type blends from the beginning. And this one is nearing the end of its life anyway. I don't know if you can see there, but we're starting to burn out there just a little bit. And it's not too bad so far. Well, I guess it is kind of too bad because it's burning out, but it hasn't given up yet. And got a little Dr. Graybo Duke, just because it's got a filter in it. It's one of the few. I think I've got one other Dr. Graybo around that can take a 6mm filter. So just a little one. And then the final one is going to be another corn cob. We kind of keep all these pipes kind of codgery. Got my black stem Missouri Meerschaum Country Gentleman. So got those are going to be the 4 pipes. Now, doing exclusively one blend for a whole month, that's going to be the hard part. Now, if it was just your first bowl of the day or your last bowl of the day or something like that, that wouldn't be too tough. But exclusively one blend for a whole month for me, anyway, is going to be a challenge. Because I rarely smoke the same thing 2 days in a row. So anyway, that's where I'm at for the 2025 Paldin Piper Codger Challenge. And like I say, I don't know if I'll do it. I might just decide one day that I want an Escudo too bad or something like that. And I'll have to bow out. But so I try to get something that I'll enjoy for the whole month, and we'll see how it goes. And drawing a blank here again. I didn't write anything down. Oh well, probably won't write anything down for a while. I don't think I'll make too much of a dent in my creme brulee stash. But fortunately, that's one of the blends that will be continued for at least for the time being of the Sulliff blends. And what else do we got here? Yeah, I might do another video tomorrow or this weekend. We'll see. So I got to get a VR out for Armchair Ed yet. He's got that pretty awesome giveaway going on. I haven't done a VR for a while, so figure that'll be as good a one as any to do a VR for. And if I get this blend tweaked kind of the way I like it, then I'll probably get some of my last enjoyment for a month out of some of my vapors and stuff like that. That have kind of been my go-tos lately in kind of the recent month or two. Been enjoying the Irish Flake quite a bit lately. hadn't had it for quite a while, and then with St. Patrick's Day, a week or two ago, kind of dipped into it, and it's like, it's pretty good, but gotta only do half a bowl at a time, because that stuff will wallop you. Got a couple more tins that should be showing up here pretty soon too of that, so but they'll probably end up in the cellar, because I've got quite a bit of my open tin left yet, so I got to order in this week just to kind of deepen the cellar just a little bit. Got some more Three Nuns coming, and some the Davidoff flake medallions. I really like them. I mean, they're right up there kind of with a Scudo. Seems they taste very similar to me, but the Davidoff flake medallion seems to have just a little bit more of a nick hit. So kind of depending on if I'm in the mood for a little nick hit or not. So anyway, with that, like I say, hopefully I'll be able to get another video put out this weekend. Get one for the Armchair Eds VR, and maybe just a little bit of other random stuff. We'll see what we can come up with. And otherwise, with that, I'll let you go. Don't forget to check out Paldin's Codger Challenge. Said highly recommend that if you've been on the fence of making a video, Paldin's Codger Challenge is a good way to get into it. So that'll let you go. Joshua Stewart, Pipe Up North. Have a good day.